Huh?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep, we finally get to the famous of the 3 Galaxy 2 Bowser boss fights and all of his Galaxy appearances. It doesn't start off too badly. I mean, it's still bad, but it's your regularly scheduled program, so what did you expect? Bowser was waiting for you all this time, hoping that the castle would do all of the work of killing Mario, and he would tout his superiority for 5 seconds before dumping you into the same fight you've done twice already with a couple added twists. Bowser never uses the fact that he's high on giant making grand stars for anything, since even though Bowser is 50 times the size of the asteroid that is the arena for all these goddamn fights, all he's doing is punching the planet and whiffing on Mario by 500 feet at least. His punch does get the added bonus of a shockwave that's easily dodged but lasts forever. The meteors he throws also gain a shockwave which is harder to dodge but doesn't last. And then there's the fire breath, which does literally nothing. All of these attacks don't add up to anything because the arena has at least 6 coins on it, and you can easily get more if you have Bowser punch the meteors themselves, which all have coins in them. It's the same fight with upgrades, for Bowser's old abilities, and you can easily defeat him to get the unsatisfying ending, and it does look like that'll happen at first. Bowser loses the Grand Star and falls into the cosmos to melt or disintegrate, only to appear out of nowhere and with no logic to finish up this final fight. It makes even less sense here than at the end of Galaxy, because Bowser regains the size he just lost 5 seconds ago, in spite of falling through the planet. Also has the ability to just appear under the stage because Bowser reasons. Maybe he gained invisible wings or something, I don't flippin' know. He eats the Grand Star, grows giant again, and engages Mario hurtling through space. This is the part of the boss fight that everyone hates, including me, because it's simply so fucking lazy on Nintendo's part and shouldn't be in the game at all. It hurts everything they were going for, which wasn't much to be honest, since all of the dialogue of Bowser, Mario, and Peach could have fit on 2 Microsoft Word pages. Mario is flung back and forth between meteors that all scream "smack me" at Bowser, and Bowser is so far away from all the meteors in Mario that he has literally infinite time to smack Bowser in the face. And even if Bowser manages to punch Mario, somehow, since the player has fell drunkenly asleep on his controller for a whole minute, Mario takes 1 damage, flies to the next meteor, and then picks up a coin from that meteor he just punched. There is zero way to lose in this phase. There's no way to whiff in it either, and even a first-timer 4-year-old player could finish this out in 40 seconds. Bowser's a huge target, and any bodily damage counts as a hit, even if you hit him in the toe or his elbow. This isn't helped by this phase having one of the best boss fight tracks from the whole series playing in the background of this, which shows that Nintendo thinks that this is awesome when it's actually on the whole other end of the spectrum. Insultingly easy beyond insultingly easy standards. There's no point to this, there's no climax, and it is the pure definition of stupidity in design. Hell, even Bowser's quote-unquote final words are a colossal joke, at least I hope it is. Except this time, it isn't even self-aware like Super Mario Sunshine was. He laments the loss of his dark magic, which he wasn't doing anything with, his empire, which he wasn't even building, and some cake from the princess, which she would have never baked because the 3D platformer Princess Peach is the most useless character in video games, being insulted by her multiverse counterparts, and somehow managing to have less screen time and dialogue than her non-existent Galaxy 1 appearance. The second phase of this Bowser fight brings an already boring, borderline bad boss fight to a lower awful rating just by how much it fucks up on every step. It's something in the Mario canon that should simply not exist, and it could have never worked. The second phase is Sonic 06 bad, just without the glitches. I shouldn't be surprised it has half of one of the worst Bowser fights in the entire series, since this game has no soul and was built from the ground up using mostly ideas from the last game stretched to their absolute breaking point. The only thing keeping this entire game out of the shit bin was that the gameplay was hugely improved and the challenge was added back. If that hadn't happened, this game would have been a giant insult and middle finger to people who bought and kept the Wii 3 years after the fact. It would have been the Super Luigi U of the Wii's library, which is saying something, since the Wii was the 7th gen shovelware dumping site.